So, I think it's about time today, or at least my clock says that it is. So, we will be starting right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the monthly, as just discussed in the chat, live coding sessions of the Yocto project. And today it will be a relatively special show because it is a made-up anniversary unless I have miscounted somewhere. So this is the OX 10th installment of the live coding sessions, and therefore I have prepared a surprise topic. This means until now you have not had any evidence on what's going on today, and have announced it nowhere, which means you're all in to basically follow me and try and guess what I'm up to, and probably go like either woohoo, that's crazy, or oh my god, how did he have that idea, when we're getting close to the end. I would actually like to award the first one who solves the riddle, but I have no idea how I could do that because next week, when ELC and YPS would take place, the Embedded Linux Conference at the Yocto Project Summit, where I could usually hand out some swag and goodies, are only virtual this year for reasons that you probably know, and therefore I have no idea how I could hand out any goodies and awards. If you have any, let me know. I'll look into it, and I think we should just get started then. I also have kept my promise, and this I am distorted. I think this is better now. Okay, I have kept my promise. I've improved my terminal, and the font and the colors should hopefully be better to read and follow along. I'm still a bit distorted, it seems. I think that looks more than me. The beard. You can see that the beard. Okay. Another thing about the surprise topic I have to add is that it's not super complex, but too complex to actually code it all along in that 1 hour. So you will basically have just a walk through what I did, and then we will look at the outcome. Okay? So here we go. This is already a complete setup build, which goes by the nickname Kryptonite today. Let me just get rid of the temp folder for sake of simplicity. So we can just have a little fun in recreating what's going on. And while we're at it, we're gonna look at the build, hopefully. That was a bad idea. I usually have super bad ideas. Now the box is swamped. So we're gonna look first at what I set up in the layer. So the things that will be going into Kryptonite, and then at the local.conf to how stuff is enabled. Then you can take a wild guess what I'm up for, and in the end, I'm gonna show you what it was really all about. Okay, this was the classically super bad idea I always have when doing some streams. So meta kryptonite. Okay. I think this is somewhat okay to read. Let's keep the remove going. Okay, you can see meta kryptonite is obviously a relatively simple layer, which brings along recipes kryptonite, obviously. And so far, there's only images in it. Images because, as you all know, it's my deepest conviction and opinion that putting stuff into local.conf just to go into image install is usually ugly and stupid. So if it's for more than just tiny tinkering, please create custom images. We will look at the content of those images later. What is also in MetaCryptonite is a configuration. And you can see there, it's not exactly clean, but it serves the purpose of this show, that Kryptonite brings a distro and a machine. First, we will look at the machine, and I just realized that there in the distro there's a hint on what's going on, so we will not look at it until the surprise is revealed. So let's look at kryptonite.conf. You can see that the Kryptonite machine is obviously something Intel based. It's something that needs a tarball as the rootfs, and it doesn't need a kernel. That's the first hint. Robert says container, but you are not right. I know that somebody will say container, but it is not right. It is close, but not exactly right. So it obviously looks like we are going for an x86 container. So what's in the images? In images, in the core image, there is the OS release, which I put into it for sake of proving what I have done later. I think core boot could be removed. I'm not entirely sure that it's needed, but let's keep it for the sake. And package group core full command line. I think this is a pointer that I am doing something that will serve an interactive purpose. This is a form of build that does not exactly go into a form of embedded appliance, or that is running unattended in the background somewhere. I would say it is meant for human usage, okay? And so here we go for the next pointer. I also have an Sdk image. And if I look into it, the Sdk image is not meant to develop software for Kryptonite. It is meant to develop software on Kryptonite. You can see the debug packages go into there, the dev packages, the tool chain, and the debug. So we have basically the full-blown set of development and compilers in there. We could add basically anything that has a proper toolchain package bundled somewhere. We could probably pull in Go or Rust or whatever we want to whatever we want to manually use. Okay, does it make sense? I think it does. Tools profile is just noted and commented out for the reason that it does not easily build if you don't have a kernel, because as far as I understood it, the tools profile image feature triggers the installation of LTTNG, which in turn wants kernel source, and if you are building for Linux Dummy, then you do not have kernel source, which is kind of like a deal breaker. Okay, that is besides the DistroConf, what is in MetaCryptonite. Now, let's look at local.conf. Okay, the machine obviously is Kryptonite. I just have a shared downloads and state directory, the classic shared state cache. So the builds are not super slow. The distro also is Kryptonite. I switched to package IPK just because I like APK. And besides that, nothing really surprising, which tells us that it's a good local.conf. There is one thing I tinkered with, which we can maybe make work if we're fast enough. It really looks like we would be. So therefore we can maybe really look into this as a live part of the session. And it seems like I would want to create or define some form of user for Kryptonite. Okay, so here we go. Does the build work? No, not yet. One more. Let's look at the bblayers.conf, and you can see I did not pull in any other dirty tricks other than Pocky itself. So here we go. Hopefully my caches are all hot. Kryptonite image core. As usual, I will take any questions, remarks, insults, wedding offers, whatever you can come up with during the session. I just do not promise an honest or even a sensible answer. But you can always try for whatever comes to your mind. We will take the couple of seconds of the build to do some advertising. Next week is the Embedded Linux Conference Europe combined with the Open Source Summit Europe. If you have not signed up yet, please do so. You can hear lots and lots and lots of awesome presentations, and you can be heckled by me. I will be around the whole week, and also for the Yocto Project Summit right after the ELC. I will not take part in presentations. I will not take part in any hands-on. I am just around to talk to whoever feels like talking to me and being talked to by me. So I really encourage you to sign up. There has been some confusion about the pricing, and it's just $40 for the Yocto Project Summit. It's just $40 flat, and then you can mix and match the hands-on and advanced track and whatever you feel like just attending. By the way, is the current font color selection better than last time? I think the comments in the sources have been quite readable today. Okay, and here we go for image core being done. Let me have a peek into IRC. You can shoot any questions into IRC or into Twitter right at me also, so you don't have to sign up on Twitch for the chat. Although it is a lovely way to get in touch with my most beloved moderator and VIPs, who have been with me since the very beginning over a year ago. Build is finished. Any other ideas what I'm up for? Or shall I continue? Okay. No guesses. Then let's go on. Now I am on my local machine. We have been on a build host. Now I'm on my local machine, connected over SSHFS, and I'm gonna get the build result. Temp, deploy, images, kryptonite, kryptonite image core, kryptonite, rootfs tar bc2. Come here. Hopefully the internet demo gods do not fail me. Okay, they probably don't do. Let's look at the size. 19 megs, sounds sensible. Okay, next one. I'm gonna unzip it. Actually, I only want a tarball. But if I would get the tarball right off the build machine, and especially the SDK in a moment, it would just take way too long. Okay, this is your absolute last chance to take an educated guess, because once I have finished the next line, it's over, and you are not allowed to guess anymore, because then okay, Robert took another guess. It's a development environment. Close, but just like the container, it's not quite right. Dumb terminal, also a good guess, but not right. Okay, now look at this. And here it comes. Did you get it? I downloaded the root file system onto my Windows box and used the Windows subsystem for Linux to directly import the root file system, and this is now running on Windows. I am on a Windows machine, and I can right now use whatever I have in this Kryptonite distro, use it from the PowerShell. Don't believe me? Here it goes. So now we are in the Kryptonite distro at the moment. So that's why I said, look at I have set OS release, so I can prove what's going on. This is WSL2. It doesn't work on WSL1. That's right. Okay, so I can prove I am in my just built Kryptonite distro. And now the Kryptonite. I think it's Kryptonite. This is should be the default. No. Set default. It's S. Okay. S Kryptonite. And now let's go like WS. What strace? I think strace should be around. Oh no, this is not the SDK one so far. What shall we do? Echo. Hopefully this works. We will just find out. Oh dang. Okay, we need the WSL prefix therefore. Oh, okay, too bad. What should work? Bash? Bash works. Okay. What else could work from what are things that one can run? ls, for example. Exactly. And now here comes the super cool part. I know, Robert, I know that things with exit do not run on your machine, but you have customers who might run this. And here comes the super cool part. Let me Oh no. Okay, now the demo gods have failed me. You send them to me. Oh, that's lovely. Here it comes, hopefully. Okay, it works. Now, this is a distro that is running in the WSL, okay? Here is my Windows Explorer. And you can see there's this WSL magic. And here's Kryptonite. And right now, in my Windows Explorer, I can see into the running file system. This is an important distinction to just the file system. I can see into the live file system. For example, proc. And seriously, have you ever thought you can maybe open your proc command line with Notepad? Or okay, I just fired up actually Visual Studio and you couldn't see it. I'm really sorry. Do you see it if I have no, you can see the context menu. That's bad. Let's see if I can fix that. Hopefully I can. Proc CPU info. Okay. And now let me see if I can find the correct window. Here it is. Okay. And I'm gonna zoom in. So I am on Windows. I'm running a Windows application that can just reach into /proc and see what's going on there. This is a live Linux system. And if I manage to find Notepad, here it is. Let me find Notepad exe. Okay. Pun. WSL, Kryptonite, EDC. What shall we go for? Let's go for something in sys. Sys kernel boot params. No, it's empty. Tracing is also empty. Too bad. I just can't find anything at the moment. But you get the idea that we have built something that, yes, it resembles a container but it actually, oops, I messed it up. That resembles a container, but actually is not. So, well, I'm distorted. Okay, let's distort it now. So, yes, it actually is a form of container. So it is close enough. It uses the a Linux kernel that is supplied by Microsoft as part of the WSL2 installation, and it uses the containering mechanisms to separate the running distros that are in there. It's superior to a VM because it can easily reach into the file system, and it can scale RAM up and down, and it's really, really close to a um, native processes. Let me see if top also shows up in the task manager. I am not really sure. No, it is not. Okay. So first part of the show is finished, and here is the beer. We are drinking Shire Kloster beer today. Now, let's build the SDK. So for the time being, let's discuss a little bit what the ups and downs. Yes, I know that there's permission problems occasionally, and I'm not saying that this is like a silver bullet to solve all of your problems, but I think this is a super cool way how we can ship a form of development environments or SDKs. I might also try an ESDK into Kryptonite setup one day. How we can ship out things to folks who use Windows for its desktop capabilities, as I am currently doing, honestly, but actually want the power of the Linux command line and not having it inside some form of VirtualBox where you are running into problems, but as containerish as possible. And that's just what it is at the moment. So, anybody tell me, is this fun? Is this crazy, or is it just outright stupid? I will accept all votes that please me because I think it's cool. So SDK, hopefully somewhat finished. Not yet. Let's clean up a bit. I have to get rid of the old Kryptonite install. Just to register Kryptonite. And RM Kryptonite. Which RM? Dang. So no, this is not saying use it as Windows and use Windows. This is a use Windows if it fits the bill, and you can use it together with the Yocto project in this form. This is a way where you can create your custom distributions and ship them for WSL. Audio gone wonky? Is it? Anybody else? Audio is weird. Seriously? Is it better now? Maybe the box was a bit busy right now. This is actually just a run-of-the-mill laptop. Gets better, then gets weird again. No. Haha. Bad cable. This is my beard. Is it like this? I think it is better if I do it like this. No, not better. Not? Is it better now? Hopefully the ambient mic hopefully the ambient mics are good enough. It's quiet here. Does it persist? Hopefully it's okay now. Yes, that's the only problem with this headset. I love this headset, but it doesn't mix well with my beard. Yoo-hoo! We have a record of my beard being annoying, and it will go straight to YouTube. I've got a famous beard right now. Bye, Mark. Thanks for being around. And the SDK is finished. Hopefully, time to CPT, Kryptonite, no, build, temp, deploy, Kryptonite. No, I'm stupid. Images, Kryptonite image, SDK, whatever, rootfs, tar. Okay, this probably takes some time right now. Let's do some advertising. I am on Twitter. The Yocto Project is on Twitter. I am on LinkedIn. The Yocto Project is on LinkedIn. I am on ELC next week. The Yocto Project is at ELC next week. Get in touch with us. Other questions, other ideas, other things you might throw at me mentally. It doesn't work in reality at the moment due to the second lockdown coming up to us. And so we have just resort to more distant drinking. There will be a Yocto Birds of a Feather next week sometime where we can discuss all kinds of things. Like I said, I'll be around all the time, as well as on #Yocto and Freenode. I'm usually around the whole European office time day zones. And you can just like say hello, you can heckle me with questions. I might redirect them to somebody else if I don't know, which happens more often than not. I'm on a slow line here. This is the a super stupid and boring end user DSL line that is usually enough for me, but like Auf Wiedersehen from Canada. I don't get that one. Auf Wiedersehen means somebody's leaving. I am not leaving. Are you leaving? ADR Avenger. You have got 1 8 too much in your nickname. Are you leaving? Okay, then bye. Auf Wiedersehen. You could you could rename your name to AV Revenger. That would be just way easier to pronounce. Maybe that's an idea. I see another problem. The download is slow because I'm streaming at the same time. Okay, that's just me being stupid again. Arm Avenger. I'm too young to have worked on the AVRs. Thank God. So yes, this is okay. This was really a stupid idea. Downloading a big image over the same line where my stream is going out. Let's look at the size of the image. And let's say temp deploy images kryptonite. What's going on there? Oh, where does it point? Rootfs? No. Left to manifest. How big is it? I can't even find it. This is annoying. I'm just making a fool of myself. Antenna? No. Sdk? It says 600 megs. That shouldn't be that much of a problem. Okay, it's a run, finally. And as usual, unzip kryptonite. Takes time again. Topic ideas for the next session. I will need some form of topics for November and December too. Any ideas? I could do a session on where I just discuss stupid nicknames, like my own one. I could do something on knitting, maybe. We could do something on the aesthetic value of different cable colors. Unless somebody suggests something for Yocto. It's really hard to talk your way out of just waiting for your box to unpack something. That's really stupid. I think I should not upload this to YouTube. I seriously should not. And the unzip is going on forever too. By the way, you can maybe see that it's getting darker around again. Daylight saving time switches upon us. And that stupid fly is circling me all the time. That's really annoying. Quentin just realized that there was Windows involved. Yes, there was Windows involved. Why not? I have to point out that Microsoft is actually a platinum member for the Yocto project, which means that they kind of help in some form to make all the stuff work for you. If you ask me, the OS wars are over. Let's just all work together. So, okay, here it is. And move to MNTC users. And hopefully mkdir kryptonite. Nope. There already is one. Okay, I have to remove that one first. rmvar mntc users kryptonite and mkdir. If you can fight them, buy them. I wish they would buy me. Then I could stop like streaming from my living room. I could like have a TV studio if they bought me. Throw money. If anybody of Windows is hearing this, hey, I'm promoting you. Throw money. I mean it. Okay, and here we go. Import. Nope, we're gonna just kryptonite and the kryptonite SDK. You can see that this takes substantially longer because it's like probably somewhere in the gig size. And hopefully this works now. No, it can't work yet. WSL as kryptonite. Ah, dang. I hoped that it would make it into the path. Too bad. So anyways, here we go again. And now I am in. In my kryptonite build, we are on the Windows machine. We have the latest GCC as brought to us by Donfell. We have all the cool stuff, and we are not relying on Ubuntu or whatever Microsoft is shipping us as possible distributions. We can literally just create one tarball of a distribution. We can do and tinker whatever we want in there. We can do WSL export, pack up the tarball of the distribution, and ship it. I think that's cool. We can create our custom Linux distributions for usage, interactive usage, and especially software development, and run them right on Windows as integrated as possible at the moment. Hopefully, there's even improvement. And yes, I read that, Robert, but that's near you and not near me. Can you spot the problem? Okay, I think we've got like 15 minutes left. What shall we do? I take the usual insults, remarks, pointers, questions. I actually don't feel like doing the user ad stuff. I just have no. I don't feel like it. I can just. Show of hands. Who's around? Are there only the usual suspects around who know all of the things I am building Pocky with Pocky? Yeah, that's possible. And who uses it? The Yocto project uses it to make sure that the system is healthy enough to be self-hosting. And I think Bruce would like to use it to make sure we can use it as a binary distribution, which is also maybe not what you need, but somebody needs it. You can build Windows with Windows 2 probably. You probably can't build OS2 with OS2 because there is no machine anymore that can run OS2. But let's say that that's bad luck, okay? Or bad karma. What could we do? Shall we just go strolling a bit around in the machine files? Or I actually forgot to show you the promised kryptonite configuration. This is the distribution for kryptonite. I just set it up on Pocky Bleeding for the fun of using something crazy, and I set all the names. I'm not certain that this should actually go on GitHub without some cleaning up. Yeah, okay. Here's actually a couple of interesting things. Let me talk about this for the last couple of minutes. The whole distribution built on muscle for just for the sake of giving it a try. The whole distribution did not run on the classic glibc. It ran on muscle, which is also used for the Alpine Linux distribution, and is a classic choice for small footprinted containers. I personally do think that using Alpine as a base layer is ugly and stupid, because if you ask me, a container does have to fulfill a specific use case, and I do not want a distribution with all the package management and user management and everything inside. I have already done a session on containers. Feel free to look it up. And I think just basing everything off Alpine because it's small is just stupid. And another thing I've said here is init manager is none, because when skipping into the distribution for WSL, there is no init process being run. It goes straight to bin bash. And therefore, I don't want sysv init in its full glory, nor do I want systemd. And because I do not want systemd, I can go for muscle. Because systemd does not work on muscle, they have defined the glibc as to be the standard API, I think API of Linux that they can agree on, and they explicitly only support um, uh, running on glibc, and they actively reject patches that make systemd work on muscle. That's my last state of knowledge. Things might have changed in the couple of weeks since I read this, but I actually doubt it. I personally like systemd for the use cases that I have, but I just wanted to point out there are other things and other use cases too. How would one auto-start services? By probably going for some init manager that is also containerized, like Minute, or what are they all called, and um, by by defining or by passing into WSL what the binary to auto start is. Let's just let's have one small peek at WSL. If I am okay, I wanted to we can look at one thing. If you look at if you are in WSL, you are basically behind a virtual interface. You are behind a netted interface. So maybe okay. One thing that is interesting, I am in WSL right now, and I can use. Okay, that's why I was confused earlier. You can use the Windows commands from WSL, but not vice versa. PS, sure. PSAX7. Here you go. Is htop installed? Nope, it is not. We can look at whatever you want, Robert. just let me know. Cat partitions, mount. Just looks like a generic container from the inside, basically. And yes, you're right, some form of init still be running, but I have actually not dug into it too deeply. I was just like, okay, this is a topic that felt like enough fun to waste the pseudo anniversary session on it. And as long as nobody else is screaming for assistance or rescue at the moment, I would like to say it's been a wonderful 16 sessions right now, or OX10. Let's make it some more. Thanks everybody for being around. A very special thanks to those who have been around from the beginning, or at least for a very long time. I think that noteworthy goes out to Mark Hadley, who has just left, and Marco and Robert. You have really been around a long time. You usually or almost always took part in the discussion and helped bring the whole thing forward. Yeah. Cheers. And see you all next time. Let's make it another 16 or 32 or whatever goes on. Thanks for being with me.